What's up guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and we've got a very special dual unboxing today. Realme are now bringing a lot of their smartphones to the UK and Europe, and they are partnering with me to tell you all about them. Here we've got the Realme 7 and the Realme 7 Pro. The Realme 7 starts at just £179, and I think you'll be very impressed with what these devices offer at these very affordable price points. So initially looking at the boxes, you'll see that the Realme 7 box is slightly bigger than the Realme 7 Pro. And we do have some of the key features listed here at the back, but we're gonna take a detailed look at all of these in this video. Right, let's try to get them out of the box both at the same time. Okay. Not completely in sync, but not too bad. Nice little message here. Hey, welcome to Realme family. So both devices do come with a clear case out of the box, and I think that's brilliant, especially at this price. You get a case, and that means you can get going straight away. You're not gonna have to worry too much about protecting your devices. As well as the cases, you get some paperwork, and you get this card. This is to let you know that both the Realme 7 and the Realme 7 Pro have gone through some comprehensive reliability testing and are the first ever smartphones to pass the TÜV Rheinland smartphone reliability verification. Right, let's get the devices and put them to the side and see what else we get inside the boxes. So we do have a USB Type A to USB Type C cable. Both also come with a SIM card tool, and then we've got the chargers. So the chargers are slightly different. Now these chargers support Dart charging technology from Realme. The Realme 7 has 30-watt Dart charging. This will give you around a 50% charge in just 26 minutes and a full 100% charge in just around 65 minutes. Now this is even more impressive considering that the Realme 7 has a big 5000 milliamp hour battery. The Realme 7 Pro has SuperDart charging, so you can get 50% in around just 12 minutes. That's some of the fastest charging available on pretty much any smartphone right now, let alone at this price point. 34 minutes will give you around a 100% charge. And the Realme 7 Pro has a 4500 milliamp hour battery. Now, if you're worried about overheating, then don't be. The Realme 7 Pro has 10 temperature sensors, and it strictly controls and cools to prevent overheating and achieves high efficiency conversion of electrical energy. Now these are the 2-pin European chargers, but if you do buy the Realme devices in the UK, they will come with the standard UK 3-pin. And now let's take a look at the devices. So we'll open up the Realme 7 first. Get it out this plastic bag. And you'll see that we've got this very cool looking two-tone matte finish. This is the mirror blue color, but there is also a mirror white version available. And we can also look at the Realme 7 Pro. Once again, this is in the two-tone matte finish, but this time it's more of a navy color, which is named Mist Blue, but there is also a Mist White version available. Now taking a look at both devices side by side, you'll see that the Realme 7 is slightly larger compared to the Realme 7 Pro, and that's because we have a slightly larger display. It's a 6.5-inch display versus the 6.4-inch display on the Realme 7 Pro. And we do have some key differences between these displays. So the Realme 7 has an LCD display. The Realme 7 Pro has an OLED display. That you do get a brighter display on the Realme 7 Pro, around 600 nits versus around 480 nits on the Realme 7. The OLED display also means that you're going to get a higher contrast ratio, deeper blacks, and more vibrant colors. However, the Realme 7 has a 90 Hz refresh rate, and that is super impressive considering that this just starts at £179. You do get a 60 Hz refresh rate on the Realme 7 Pro. Now both devices also have fingerprint scanners. The Realme 7 Pro has one in the display and it works really well. The Realme 7 has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and this is very, very fast. Just check that out. Now you'll see that both devices do have a punch out for the front-facing camera, And the punch out is slightly smaller on the 7 Pro, and we do have a high resolution for the selfie camera, 32 megapixels on the 7 Pro, and on the 7 we have 16 megapixels. Now let's take a look around the back. So we've got a quad camera setup on both devices. Both have an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera with around a 119-degree angle of view, which is going to allow you to get lots more into your shots. And for the primary cameras, the Realme 7 has a 48 megapixel primary camera. The Realme 7 Pro has a 64 megapixel primary camera, and it is the Sony IMX682 sensor. This has a large 1/1.73 inch size sensor and is one of the best sensors for a smartphone in this range. It also comes with features such as Pro Nightscape mode, which allows you to freely adjust the shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and other parameters to get some really creative night shots. And also Story mode, which utilizes an AI algorithm combined with ultra long exposure and multi-frame synthesis to intelligently enhance sharpness and brightness of stars. Both devices also have 2 bonus cameras, a macro camera as well as a black and white camera. And having the versatility with all of these cameras is definitely impressive. Now let's take a look around the devices. So at the bottom there is a USB Type-C port, and you'll be pleased to know that both devices do have a 3.5mm jack. Now the Realme 7 has a single bottom firing speaker. The Realme 7 Pro does have stereo speakers, so we've got one at the bottom and then we've got one in the earpiece, so you're going to get a better audio listening experience on the 7 Pro. There's nothing at the top, and on the right hand side we have the power buttons. The Realme 7's power button does double up as the fingerprint scanner, and then on the left hand side we have the volume buttons as well as the SIM card tray. Now both devices do have a triple card slot, so you can have 2 SIM cards active at the same time, but then you can also use a micro SD card to expand the storage. Lots of other devices make you choose between either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and a micro SD card. This is not the case here with the Realme 7 and the 7 Pro. You can have 2 SIM cards and expand your storage, which is absolutely great. Now let's take a look at what's powering these devices under the hood. The Realme 7 is powered by the MediaTek Helio G95 chipset, and it's also got a carbon fiber cooling system. So this is a very capable chipset, but if you do want some more power, then you might want to consider the Realme 7 Pro, which does come with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G chipset. Now you can get up to 128 gigabytes of storage on both devices. The Realme 7 does come with a base of 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the starting price for this is £279, which is very competitive. The Realme 7, as mentioned, starts at just £179. This will give you 64 gigabytes with 4 gigabytes of RAM. But if you do want more RAM and more storage, you do have further options available, up to 128 gigabytes with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I think you'll agree with me that these prices are very impressive for what you're getting in these packages. Both devices do come with Realme UI based on Android 10 out of the box, and you'll be pleased to know that the brand new Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11 will be available soon for Realme 7 Pro users next month. And in terms of which one might be more suitable for you, well, of course, the Realme 7 is coming in at that very affordable price. But with the Realme 7 Pro, you are getting, firstly, the OLED display. You're getting the higher resolution selfie camera, the higher resolution primary rear-facing camera. There's, of course, the in-display fingerprint scanner with stereo speakers and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G chipset, which is going to be a little bit better for gaming. And of course, you are getting the 65-watt SuperDart charging, which is going to give you crazy fast charging speeds. However, the Realme 7 does have the higher refresh rates, 90 Hz, and it also has a larger battery, 5,000 mAh versus 4,500. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. If you do want to find out more or pick these up, there will be links down below. The Realme 7 is going to be available from the 21st of October. The 7 Pro will be available from the 13th of October. on the Realme website as well as from Amazon. What do you guys think of the Realme 7 and the Realme 7 Pro? Do let me know down in the comments below. I'm seriously impressed at what you can get these days for this price, and I'm so glad Realme are now getting a lot more of their smartphones here in the UK and Europe. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. There's lots more quality tech content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.